Alright, everybody. I'm Nathan Duke. I was going to tell y'all a couple of my fishing tips. I've been fishing since I was a baby with my grandfather. And last year I went to Lake Ivy and I fished a Texas rig the whole time. And I switched over to a Carolina rig and got the first bite of the weekend, which turned out to be the biggest fish of my life. I was going to share a few of these techniques with y'all and hopefully y'all have the same luck. You'll be able to go to the store and rig your pole for some success. First thing is picking a color. You want to pick a light color like a watermelon bait if it's clear water or sunny day. If it's cloudy or dark water, you would like to pick a darker color, as that the fish will see the silhouette of it, not necessarily the worm. Okay, so let's move on. First thing we have here is a jig. This has you tie your hook right here, and this is a football jig. It'll sit flat and square every time. And this right here on it is a trailer. I put this on it. If that wasn't there, it would just look like that with a hook. And this right here is used to keep the weeds from getting stuck on the hook. But this is bounced off, and Brian Hughes states in the Outdoor Journal, they're designed to be thrown out and hopped or dragged back to the boat. Take your time and feel what the jig is doing, and when it feels mucky or pulls back or swims off to one side, set that hook. Okay? The next thing, like I was going to talk about this trailer, you can throw on anything that looks like that just to give it a little bit more action. This is like a little crawfish. And you want to match your trailer to your jig color, if possible. Next thing we have here is a drop shot. This is fished vertically over brush, suspended trees. It has an egg weight that is tied here, and it comes up about 1 foot to 2 foot. And then, if you notice, it has a swivel with a hook in the middle. Brett Hite says to use a 5 to 6 inch worm, stick worm, or a 6-inch finesse worm, which is this, as he states in 101 Bass Fishing Tips. But this sits on the bottom, and you basically bounce it. And if you're fishing it horizontally, you're going to drag it and bounce it. You want to let it sit for 10 to 20 seconds between bounces to get that bite. But vertically is the best way to fish this. Texas rig. This is the most common rig and my favorite one. I have a tungsten weight here, but it slides freely on the line. And all it is, you can put anything on here, fish any depth of water, any brush. It's basically weedless, like I said. But you just bounce this, let it sit, bounce it, let it sit, and you'll have success with this. Watermelon's one of my favorite colors. Let's move on to the next one. We have the Carolina rig. Field and Streams How to Catch Bass says the most common rig for bottom dredging. Texas rig a worm or a lizard, just like I did, but leave the eye hook exposed. You notice the eye hook is exposed right there. Tie 18 inches of cleat leader, which is in between here, which I have, between the hook and the small barrel swivel. That's a barrel swivel right here. Then on your main line, thread on a Carolina weight, followed by small glass beads, and tie your main line to the other side of the swivel. The weight will click against the glass bead as you fish to help attract bass. And then this just swims freely behind. And this is fished on points or deeper water. Now that we've seen the different varieties of fishing techniques for bass, let's review them a little bit. The jig has a fixed weight. Fish is on the bottom, good for flipping in the grass. We have the drop shot. Great for fishing suspended fish or over brush. It just jigs like that. Next, the Texas rig. Has a free weight in front of it. Fished anywhere. Favorite thing to fish. And then last but not least is the Carolina rig, which I use to catch the big ones. But you'll be retying quite often. And that just follows along behind it. You want to keep that all the way on the bottom. Okay, last but not least, check your fishing reports like this one on Lone Star Outdoor Newspaper to explain and see what fish have been biting before going to the store for tackle and definitely before the lake. This is an example. Lake Amstead, water stained, 82 degrees, 41.7 feet low. Largemouth are good on topwaters and on watermelon seed and green pumpkin plastics in 18 to 20 foot of water. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.